So how you doing? I'm with Melissa of Richport Durags. I'm Nathan Nice. You feel me? AKA the light skin born, and it's the kitchen couch. You already know how I get down. So like I said, I like to have, entrepreneurs, people of color, what I'm saying, women and diverse backgrounds talk about their platforms and shit. So I just wanted, we were just getting started before we had the little mix up, and I was asking you, how did you get into the space of selling do rags and head wraps and stuff like that?
Um, me and my partner, his name is Demarcus. We started this together because me and him, we used to always joke around about stuff, and that was one of the things, we were like, we should start a do rag company and call it Waves Co. Like I don't know, it was super dumb, but I remember we were in the car laughing about it. And then I think a couple weeks went by, and I was like looking around, like everybody wears do rags. If I was in the mall, like everybody in here got a do rag on. So it's a product that's always in rotation, I guess. If your do rag wears out, you're gonna get another one. There's all types of do rags, all types of fabrics. It's a huge niche,
Mm,
and we just joked about it, but it became very serious. And so we found a supplier. I had to watch a lot of YouTube videos on finding suppliers, and I had to learn about drop shipping and wholesale and Etsy and Shopify. I had to figure out marketplaces, and I wasn't really on social media then too, so I knew how to kind of conquer that aspect of business. You have to get yourself out there if you're gonna make some sales.
right.
So yeah, so after we got serious about it, we started educating ourselves on how to even operate a business, and yeah, it just kind of took off. I feel like Etsy was our first marketplace, and Etsy is one of the best, my favorite. It's my number one marketplace.
Mm.
And then Facebook is my second. Um, but yeah, I think I would just encourage anybody who's starting a business, find a really simple niche, and you know, join Etsy. That's my go-to. Join Etsy. And then start from there. Start from there.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah. So I think
I need to get me an Etsy account because I have, I've tested Etsy before. I haven't actually ordered anything on Etsy yet, but I love the fact that you can find good handmade gear by people and handmade
mhm,
stuff, and it's just, it doesn't seem like the Etsy platform gets too in the way of the seller, and that's what is the key. A lot of these marketplaces seem like they kind of, can be more complicated than they're worth sometimes, not always. It's just a way to learn it. But what do you like about Etsy that makes it like good for you?
Etsy's just has people coming through every single day, people from around the world looking at your shop. And you don't have to do any of the marketing. You could pay a marketing fee. You could pay $1 a day, $2 a day. For Christmas, I was paying $15 a day, and I got the most orders I have because they just push my product to the top of the page. If someone's going to search durag, I'm going to be right there at the top. And that's still possible if you're paying, $2 a day, just maybe only on Mondays, you know? And so Etsy takes care of the marketing aspect, and then they have really cheap shipping fees. Um, and so it's nice. That's the shipping is always going to be a little expensive,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
Etsy, I don't feel like I'm being ripped off by them. I use Wix for my website, and I don't get shipping labels off of Wix. They're just it's ridiculous. Actually, if someone out there is interested in getting cheaper shipping labels, I use pirateship.com, and
Mm.
they just have basic USPS shipping labels that are always discounted. If I'm not using Etsy, I my second account is pirateship.com. It saves me so much money, especially this holiday when I did the bundles and I was selling those bigger boxes. That definitely came in handy. I wasn't paying more than $4 to send a bundle, and Wix was going to charge me 8 to 15 bucks, so
Damn.
pirateship.com is really great. And back to Etsy, I mean, this is my first year in business. We joked about it in July. We started it in November, and then now a year later, it's December. We're a year and a month in, and I've made over 1,100 sales on Etsy. And the thing about
Damn.
yeah, it's incredible. But you have to realize a lot of that goes back into shipping labels, marketing, buying, purchasing more durags from my supplier. Like, it seems like a big number, and in my head, I'm just like, if I made that much money, where is it? So it sounds real great, but I'm always broke. I always, especially in this first year, it's so important for me to just invest everything that I have right back into the business, because the biggest rumor I've heard is that a lot of businesses fail in their first year,
Yep.
and that scares the shit out of me. So if I can prepare myself in every aspect, I'm just gonna do that.
Right.
Um,
Right.
and so yeah,
No, I
but
feel that too. I think not being afraid to fail is probably a really big one too. I feel like that's like one of the biggest ones, or you know, not not keeping up with the Joneses. If you're really an entrepreneur, you could give a fuck what you look like, as long as
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, or like I'm saying, as far as like having money and shit, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
you could be broke, but like you said, you're doing all these sales. One day, maybe you're working, plus you're doing the sales. There's your steady income while you're working. Boom, you're getting two incomes, and then when you decide to go, hey, I want to go to Puerto Rico or I want to go wherever, boom, you
yeah.
got your sales booming off. You don't got to
Hmm.
sit there, and I mean, you can if you want to, but eventually you're gonna be like, I gotta go do this over here. Boom, my shit's still booming.
Yeah,
Boom, you know what I mean? And then like if you want to
exactly.
do this over here, you like, so
And
you're
that's the
setting,
plan.
yeah, setting up the
I mean,
income
we're
stream.
trying to take Richport Durag to the East Coast, because I was born in Hartford, Connecticut, and
Ooh,
those are my people out there. Yeah,
ooh, shout out
so
to the hood. That's the hood I
yeah,
heard. It's hood.
hella funny. Like, I just think it's so funny. Demarcus doesn't know nothing about the East Coast, but he'll be joking about some Jamaican patties. I'm like, you've never had Jamaican patties before. Don't fuck around with the cocoa bread. Uh, I miss Hartford so much. So we definitely want to go down there. I feel like it's going to be a more affordable option when it comes to like setting up shop than Washington in general.
Yes,
And
yes.
um, yeah, and then because there's easy access to Philly,
New
Washington
York,
D.C., New York, yeah,
Boston,
all of that. I feel like it's going to
Camden.
be easier to commute because I would really love to get my do rags out there wholesale. If anyone out there has a smoke shop or a barber shop, they would like some do rags to feature inside their shop, that would be fantastic. I haven't tapped into that market yet, but I think yeah, I just got this Clubhouse app, and
Oh shit, it's a wrap for that clubhouse. I gotta join. I gotta get
yeah.
on and figure
Boy, if
out
I
how to
find
do
another
something.
invite, because I logged in one day and they gave me three. And so I gave one to two female entrepreneurs. I'm pretty sure you know them. The Come Eat Daddy, the chef.
I've heard of her.
What?
Uh.
This girl's filthy.
Okay. You
Um
gotta put me on with her. Put me on.
Well, because her man, I think he's doing time somewhere, and so she cooks his favorite meals and sells them to the community, and you could tell she's making bank, but while he's doing his time, she's working on his credit. She got her business popping, and like I always say that they're like Gucci and Keisha, because
Man, you gotta get you a ride or die like that, man. They
yeah,
don't make them
she's
like that.
fantastic.
They don't make them like
So
that.
yeah, so I got her up on Clubhouse. I got this Montravia, I think her name is Monica, on Facebook. She's just a badass graphic designer. She does makeup. She does it all. This girl's a networking queen. So, I got her in the Clubhouse, and I gotta get my man in the clubhouse, so I gave him the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is it lit though? Because I haven't really seen too much. I just been
boy,
hearing the noise.
I got off Clubhouse to get on this call. And once I get off this call, I'm going to be back on it because
Ooh,
yesterday I was on Clubhouse talking about my business. People were like, that's what's up. I got 2 orders just for being in this chat room. And then
wow.
hella people, I'm getting hella followers. I don't know. I get to speak my piece. I get to talk about my business and my plans and my future. And if you have any negativity, if you come in there wanting to interrupt people, trying to talk trash, they'll just kick you out. Like people are, it's only love in there, and they make sure you know it. Once you're done speaking, people are like, "Thank you, thank you." Oh my god, it's great.
Wow, because I mean I've been hearing the other side of Clubhouse, all the mess and the tea, and people talking hella like
Mm-mm.
talking shit about celebrities and
That's only if you're in celebrity chat houses. Like, there's
oh
so many
okay.
entrepreneur chat. Oh my god, and I believe anybody who has a podcast should get on Clubhouse because every morning, if you have your own show, whatever, people will get in and you can just chat with people. You can do giveaways and it's all in real time. it,
Ooh,
it's insane. I love it. If I had the time to just have a chat room like yesterday, it was you have 4 minutes to sell your business, and so everybody was there and we just all took our turns. We have 4 minutes, and people, you get followers, you get sales. There was a chat I waited all day to speak because if you wait in this chat and you get a chance to speak, your followers will go up hella. People
wow.
will want to tap in with you, but I waited all day. I had to log out. I was like,
Right,
can't
right.
wait this
Hey
long.
shit. If you come up on another invite, let me know because I need to get up
Man,
on that.
I understand why people were selling them. If I was impatient, I would have bought one too. But I got into this Facebook Clubhouse follow train that somebody gives theirs up because when you get the Clubhouse, you get one invite also. So one person got an invite. They started the train. They gave it to one person. That one person promised to give it to the other person. That person promised to give it to the
Mm,
other person. So I was in this
mm.
train, and I had to give my invite to the next person. But we all got in like that. So if you see those train clubhouse groups, follow it. You'll get in. You'll definitely get in.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. And I was gonna suggest to you, I don't know if you've fucked around too much with Shopify. I've been, this last year I've been putting in a lot of work into mine. My business is a little bit different as far as merch goes.
Yeah.
But you know, as far as organizing, as far as like you don't have to be there as far as drop shipping. Shopify is one of the best options, especially like plug in embedded through website or it also just has API for like whatever else you want to do, Alibaba, this and that, like whatever
Yeah.
else. Yeah, it's got the API for Printful, pretty much almost so many APIs that it goes through. And
That's what's
so
up. I
it
always
just
thought about Shopify, but I don't know why I didn't do it. I actually can't remember.
I mean, it is a little bit expensive. They do give you like a 2 week free trial, but it kind of,
Mhm.
I mean, it ends up being like roughly $30 a month, which is a little expensive. But you can pause it like every
Mhm.
month for $9, and it just as far as keeping track of things, it's just so good, and
Yeah.
the international shipping, it's kind of one of those things that all you got to do is look over, click, 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 click. Okay, information's good. Okay, boom, done, sent.
Okay.
Don't even have to touch it. So, um, and then I was gonna suggest to you, maybe, how do you like Wix as a website?
Like it. I was gonna do Squarespace, because Squarespace was more modern, I guess, or
Right,
I
right,
like their designs better. But at the end of the day, I needed to have more control. It's like having an Apple and a Android.
yeah,
I would say the Squarespace is the iPhone. You know, very uh I don't want to say idiot proof because I don't like that term, but in a sense, it's super easy to use. But with Wix, you could customize so much more. And so that was my main reason for staying with Wix.
I might have to look into it a little bit more. I've been kind of building some websites here, and I like Squarespace. The only thing I don't really like about it is the e-commerce functionality.
Yeah.
It's okay, but it doesn't have as many APIs. And the only other thing about Squarespace that's a little bit of pain in the ass is the third party connection. Sometimes it can be a little bit like if I want to run something that's not Squarespace, if I want to run, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something, World Star Hip Hop through it or something like that.
Yeah.
It's going to
Okay.
be
Yeah.
like, what is this? Or another app that's not a really, really popular app. Squarespace is going to kind of act funny. I mean, there's workarounds, there's code injections, which I've been learning and stuff, but
Oh, yeah. That's
some
cool.
sometimes it just kind of be like that though. But yeah, if you guys need a website, come to Kitchen Couch if you ever know.
For real. Real, because
um
it's not hard, but
right.
it's super hard to maintain, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to
Yes.
inventories. Oh my God, how do you manage inventory? I was just having this conversation this morning. I feel like I'm not well with it. I just know that I buy too much. Or at this point, I completely sold out for Christmas, and I think that's why I bought too much. Is because I never want to sell out again. So
Right.
how can you fluctuate your inventory when times are changing?
Mm.
I mean, I don't know. It was a weird conversation I was having with my partner. I didn't think he understood me, but
I think it depends too because my little niece right now is starting her own little shirt company, and she got her own logo dedicated to ball, right? And it's a cute little logo. It's cool, and I don't. It's in my room right now, or else I go get it. But um, I'm telling her, it's cool to keep some on hand. Like always keep your product on hand. Always.
yeah,
It don't even matter. But then like also have the other option of drop shipping, and that makes it just so much easier. That way, like you see somebody in person, you could word of mouth them. Oh, they don't want to buy it now. Boom, buy it later. You
yeah,
know,
that's what I'm doing with my luxury durags, like
these
the
ones right
designer
here.
ones, like the Louis Vuitton,
Okay,
the
okay.
Supreme, all of those, because those are more pricey. And so I'd say pre-order now, and then it comes within a month. So it's about 4 to 5 weeks that your order will come. But I don't purchase that until you purchase that because it's more expensive. I would have to
Yeah.
buy bulk, I don't just buy one, I'd have to buy eight, and so,
Right.
but yeah, it's a process, but I like doing it that way.
Right, right. So I mean, before getting into this business, what were you doing? And I'm sure you're probably you probably got that sort of mindset, a hustler type of mindset. What were you
Yeah.
doing? I mean, what can you say on camera?
Yeah. No. I used to be a barista. I loved making coffee. I still do. If I ever have the opportunity, I would love to open a coffee shop. Because it's a super great way to meet people. Like I loved if I had my durag shop, I started my durag shop because I got pregnant and I was like, we need to make another source of income now. So, we got serious about the durag thing. Um, and it absolutely worked for us. But if I had my durag business while I was working at the cafe, I would have made the most insane people just networking. It's incredible when you're at a cafe or at a bar, or if you're at if you meet locals at a restaurant or something. Um, that industry, just the serving industry, the food, the beverage industry. I don't know. I
Right,
met so many people.
right,
It was
right.
great. Yeah.
I'm in the culinary industry, and it's funny too because I'm kind of,
Hey.
but I'm like, I've done front of house, but I'm a nigga, so that I do back of house. They always throw the niggas in the back of house unless you a girl, and
You're funny.
you know what I mean. And they fucking when you're in the back of house, I swear you hate the culinary industry. Like
Yeah.
you gotta love it because you're you're all you really hear is the how many people are shitting on your food. You don't really hear how many people are complimenting on your food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All you hear is the
Yeah.
go backs. You don't get the tips. But I will
Yeah.
say, you know, if you are front of house, you could get some serious money and some serious game, like for real. Like front of house is really where it's at. Is really
That's what's
where
up.
it's at. I was gonna say too. Speaking on food and stuff, if I'm not mistaken, you're Puerto Rican.
Yes, I'm Puerto Rican.
Puerto
I love it.
Rican.
Yeah.
Um,
I love
so
being Puerto Rican.
so what are some of your favorite things? You know, it's the kitchen couch. Yeah, I mean, like
Oh my God, you're about to ask me my favorite foods?
to cook like a Puerto Rican and
Oh
like
my
or just
God. Don't even
anything in
get me
general.
started. Get my sisters in this chat with us. We be flying right now. Okay. So my favorite Puerto Rican food is called arcapuria. And it's basically, oh my God. So it's like all these roots, like potatoes, there's yuca, there's all these roots, and then we mash it with our hands. Oh my God. Sometimes it hurts and it takes hours. But then sometimes you can go get a real fancy, expensive machine and have it do it all for you. But you gotta do it with your hands like a real Puerto Rican. But you can put some beef or some pork inside of it, and then you wrap it inside this leaf, and then you freeze it for some time. And then what my family does, and it's very popular, it's called pasteles. They take that leaf, they boil it. So all that root with the meat inside, it gets soggy. I don't like that. And I am like, it's like when I don't know, like when black people say they don't like chitterlings, and they're like, well, fuck it, I'm not black then. I'm not Puerto Rican if I don't like pasteles. I just don't like it. And then they put ketchup on it. I don't like that. But if you deep fry that shit,
Ooh, yeah.
it's called alcapuria, and it's fucking bomb. Oh my God, it's so good.
Mm.
Um, it's just so good. And then there's something called bacalao, and I think I met this woman who's from Trinidad and Tobago, and she said that it's the same thing as her culture, and she said it was swordfish. So that's what I believe it is. If it's I'm not sure, but oh my goodness, they like put this fish inside of a barrel of salt and they keep it there for some time, and then I mean I don't know. My grandmother used to make it with all kinds of potatoes, and I just
Mm.
love.
Mm.
I just love it.
Mm.
I'm just and Puerto Ricans for breakfast, we have a cup of coffee with a little piece of water bread. It's just a loaf of bread. It's very simple, but yeah, we eat a lot of plantains. We eat oh my God, don't get me started.
See,
I can do this all day.
and that's probably why you're missing the East Coast. See, I'm a town nigga. I'm from Seattle, but I have had the blessing of going to the East Coast, being going to New York, and just understanding that it's like Seattle's cool in a whole different way because people
Mhm.
stay out your way. That's probably the number
Yeah.
one cool thing about it. But like when you're in the East Coast, people just give you if you're real, people just give you mad love. Like just
Yeah.
like it, and you know, you could go here get Puerto Rican, you go here get Dominican, go here get,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, Argentinian, go over
Yeah.
here get whatever Peruvian, go over
Yeah.
here
That's
get
true.
Korean, like literally, and it's just so, and I mean everywhere in the East Coast too. It's just like a
Yeah.
whole chunk of it too. Like
I love it. Yeah.
what's Hartford like? I ain't never been there. All I heard is hood. That's all I heard about it.
Hartford is hood. I just went back to Hartford and I spent a whole week just inside the house with my grandmother because she's got Alzheimer's. So I just wanted to spend some time with her. But just being back there was just some type of peace, like it felt very familiar. Actually, I was in Hartford. I walked around the neighborhood with my grandmother. Um, and I took a drive with my cousin a few times, and I don't remember seeing that one white person. I don't. And I remember
Wow.
just walking around feeling like everybody here looked like me.
Right.
Everybody,
Right.
and then, because Puerto Ricans can be dark. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but there's Carolina in Puerto Rico, and that's where the ships docked, where the slaves came in, and so that's where the darkest Puerto Ricans live. But then there's Jamaicans in Hartford. There's all type of people, and so for me, I just didn't even think about it. You know, I was walking around
Right.
and I was like, but I feel different. You know, what is this feeling? You know, I
Right.
look back, I was talking to my man on the phone. I was like, honestly, I just haven't not seen not one white person,
That's
not the neighbors.
crazy.
I walked to CVS a couple times. I was just like, and I'm not saying I loved that. It's just and here, especially here in Seattle, you're never gonna just walk around and not see a white person. Uh,
Factual.
never.
Factual.
So and maybe, and I don't think that's what's so hood about it.
No,
But
no, no, no,
but
no.
but I mean, there's a hood everywhere. You know, when I was moved to Seattle, we moved to Rainier Beach, so to me that was the hood. You know, everyone, I'm in Federal Way now. Everyone says this is the hood. You know, so but I don't know. There's a good coffee out there. There's cemeteries everywhere. Like, I don't know why.
Whoa.
It's weird. I think a lot of Jewish people came to Connecticut. There's a lot of Jewish communities that were overtaken by Black communities. So you see, oh, there's tons of brick apartments, brick houses.
Oh
It's
man.
I love it. I love
It's
it.
got that old school, like, the East Coast has got this feel like everything, every little thing you touch got some history to it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
because I don't know, have you ever traveled America and stuff, but like you feel like Seattle is like such a new city compared to other cities, like you go
yeah.
you
It's
go to
not
the
so new though, you know.
well, it's not super new, but like compared to Dallas, compared to Atlanta, and like the buildings
Yeah,
are
it's grown
way
up.
old, old, old. Here, the oldest building might be 1800s, you know, but like
Real.
most of the buildings in the East Coast probably have been around since some of them been around since America started, or crumbling
Yeah.
remnants of it and stuff. So
All those pilgrims out there.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
for real.
exactly.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I mean, Hartford's. I mean, you remember those people on the news who are pointing their guns at the protesters? Those white people. The husband had like this big gun. The wife had her little
yeah, yeah,
pistol.
yeah,
That was in Connecticut.
yeah.
So
Oof.
in Connecticut, there's definitely like a lot of insurance. There's a lot of very important people who live there, so that you could see the division between the wealthy people and not so wealthy people in Hartford. But yeah, there's this park, Bushnell Park. My mom had taken me there when I was a kid all the time. So every time I go back, I try and go. But every summer they have like this jazz festival. There's a big ass stage, and people just come bring their blankets, and it is insane. Every time I go back, I want to go to an event like that. They never have them, but if you can find the artists in Connecticut, it's not out here like where artists don't support each other. Everyone, I feel
Right.
like out here, you know what I mean? See, you already know what I mean. And Hartford's not that way at all. Like, yeah, I've met the most incredible people in Hartford, and I mean, the most incredible people I know are my cousins too, and they're out there, and they're just
Right.
good people, real good people out there.
Yeah, people don't people. Yeah, a lot of people know that. Like people out here, they just don't rock with you the same way. And
Yeah,
like it's funny because I try to change that. Being from here, I try to make it. I try to be different, because
yeah.
I know exactly how it be out here, and sometimes it'd be like, man, sometimes I might need to go to another hood. I might need to go to another city just to get some straight love. Like, oh man, we fuck with your movement.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
How
I mean,
come you got to come back though and get the respect? That's what my thing. I'm just like, I always want to come back to Washington. This is my home, but I don't want to come back and have a different, and people see me different. Like I actually had to leave my home state because nobody out here wanted to support me. I'm coming back so I can live happily, not you know, for your praise or anything. I just
right,
I
right,
don't know.
right,
I
right.
wish it worked differently out here, but it doesn't. So
Right.
it's all
I mean,
good. Yeah.
it's like pros and cons for everything.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
pros
yeah.
and cons because I'm
And for
tired.
my business,
And I mean, because honestly, I'm no I. people know that I give Seattle a lot of slander because I'm from here. So I'm kind of like, I get tired of seeing them gray, skies. I feel like it shortens the day. It makes the hustle seem way longer too.
Yeah.
Like you'd be like, oh, I want to wake up at the break of dawn and go to bed when the sun goes down. It's not happening in the wintertime.
Yeah. I definitely feel that. I've been forcing myself to try and wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning because that's a healthy time to get up and have some good you time, But I'll be knocked out to like 8:30, 9. I just can't. But
I'll be up to 3
it'll be
sometimes,
hard. Yeah.
just
It's
like,
hard.
and you're a
Sun goes
parent
down at
too.
3:30.
And you're a parent too. Um,
Yeah.
Oh, and so yeah, I wanna say that like I put on the durag. I still got the brown one in the cake in the ready to pop out, the dark brown one. But this one right here is the one to sleep with on it
Oh
because
yeah.
I'm like really short hair, but I have to wear a do-rag. I mean, for a lot of reasons too. One being I actually have hair breakage, not crazy, but my hair gets stupid dry. I have to keep it and honestly, when I was young, I never really oiled my head like that. I never really did it. I just was running around, I had hair, whatever. Now that I'm kind of got shorter hair, bald headed, I gotta keep my hair hella oiled up all the time. And so this actually keeps the moisture in and it
Mm-hmm.
makes it so I'm not just scratching all the time.
Hey.
And then also it's really religious to keep your head wrapped. Like
Yep.
there, there's a saying that your soul can leave through the back of your head. Like
Mm.
you're exposed to other people's energies when you enter the room, etc. And like that's why Jewish people wrap their heads. That's why Islamic people. That's why Hindus wrap their head. Sikhs wrap their head. Like it's
That's insane.
or Orthodox Christians wrap their heads too, so they're Catholics wrap their Catholic women and sometimes
Yeah.
Catholic men during mass wrap their head too. So
Yeah.
it's very like religious to keep your soul in your body. I don't know. There's something about it. And so I started rocking the do-rags maybe like a year ago, and it just does my scalp hella right too. Like I don't
That's
be
hard.
itching.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy
That's
because
why
Demarcus uses it, strictly for waves. He loves brushing. He loves talking wave terms. I hate it. I remember when I met Demarcus, he looked like a homeless person. And that's why I can faithfully say that I never got with Demarcus for his looks because he was on his grind so much that he just looked like a homeless person. And then he went to Maui, and right before he went to Maui for his best friend's wedding, he got a haircut, you know, and he was looking fine. I was like, oh my god. But he started wearing the do-rags all the time. He started brushing his hair all the time, and I was like, bro, I fucking hate that. But he always, makes it a joke. Gotta brush. So that's really cool. To learn who uses what for what. There's always a different reason.
right,
I
right.
know that I have do-rags for people to get, dippy, and that's why I sent you that other brown one because that's what that one's for,
Mm.
But
Mhm.
this velvet one, yeah, I've definitely heard that it's really good for sleeping.
Yeah, and just keeping it in, it's really been helping too. And just man, I was
Yeah.
rocking this color wave too with the other one. Hold on, do I got it?
Which one? Which other one did I send you?
The floral one.
Oh yeah, that one's cool.
Because I had
See, those satin ones, I feel like they're more fashionable. But if you're also trying to get waves, you could take a shower with the satin do-rags and brush your hair on top of the do-rag. You can condition your hair, you can shampoo your hair
with this
with the
on.
do-rag on, brush
What?
while your do-rag is on. Yeah, and then take it off later. Your hair would yeah. I'm sorry. I just
What? I
I
didn't know
educate
that.
myself on do-rags so much. It's all the but
I
that's what I've learned about the satin. They're very fashionable, but they're really good for showers also.
I didn't know that because I also like wearing this one because I go biking and like I
Mm.
if I have the helmet on my head, it just be itching like a son of a bitch. So I gotta like keep it wrapped. Like especially when I'm out just walking around. But like with the helmet, the satin one is really good because it just will kind of like, it's not making my head itch and everything.
Exactly. Sweet.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna try that though. I'm gonna try that. You said you get on, you brush it in the shower with it on.
Mm-hmm. Shampoo, condition the same way you normally would, and just well, I guess when you brush in the direction you want your waves to go.
Right, right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure, but yeah, that's what I've seen so far. Demarcus, I keep trying to put him on, but he's got his own wave routine. And once you got your own wave routine, you cannot break that.
You know
So
it's it's funny too because see, I feel like I haven't given up hope. I got a receding hairline like a motherfucker, and
what?
so and
Yeah.
so I keep my hair cut pretty short, like
Mm.
underneath this I'm like nice and freshly cut, so I'm not looking like a crazy man. But
Do you use castor oil?
you know what? I do use castor. So wait, so what we're gonna say? Like, should I use it after? Because like sometimes I use castor oil on my head in between showers, and then I'll wash it off and then put jojoba on it.
Okay. Don't
And
wash it off. Castor
but
oil is good for your hair growing back.
so just keep it on because like it kind of sometimes
Yeah.
it seems like I might need to get a better quality castor oil.
Okay. Or maybe try and find a see, this is something I'm very interested in doing. I would love to sell conditioner bars, like the bar of soaps, for your hair conditioner.
Ooh yeah.
Because if you can find one of those that has castor oil in it, that's just gonna bring that growth back, you know.
Mm.
But that's just something I'm thinking about off top. But if I could figure that out, that'd be filthy. But I don't know nothing about making soap.
Right,
I'll
right.
figure it out
And
though.
my girl, she's a esthetician, so we've been playing around with
That's cool.
some skincare stuff.
Hmm.
A lot of people know I sell sea moss, but I'm working on like a sea moss face mask.
Ooh,
That's savage
that's
too.
hard.
It's
Yeah.
savage too. And it
I don't
works
know
really
anything
good.
about all that. I've been hearing all about sea moss. I just started burning sage, so I'm taking these little baby steps into like just holistic products. So I'm definitely gonna have to tap in, but I don't know what to do with sea moss. I hear all about it, or I see pictures of it. You
Right.
drink it. You,
Um, so yes, well, so it obviously Chondrus crispus comes from the sea, right? You can dry it. You can dry it and powder it and put it in a pill or a shake, but I don't recommend powdering it for a shake. You can get it fresh and then you clean it and you make it into a gel, and like
okay.
the gel is cool, but then I add like blends to the gel too. And
Mhm.
then and then from there, depending on your palate, like sea moss is gnarly. Like it tastes exactly how it sounds,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
but it's so good. Like once I get
Okay.
off this call, I think I forgot to take my sea moss. Once I get off this call, I'm taking sea moss off top.
That's what's up. You take it. It's like a shot.
Well, it kind of ends up like a goop. So
Oh,
there,
okay.
so like once you get used to the taste, you can kind of just scoop it. It is what it is. But sometimes the texture is a little heavy and it's a
Okay.
little gnarly. So I take a scoopful, and then I kind of will mix it with like a little bit of lemon and like a little bit of water until it's kind of like more incorporated. The best way to do it, honestly, is to take some orange juice, like some squeezed orange
Mm,
juice.
that
Boom,
sounds bomb already. Okay.
whip it up, and then it's still kind of gnarly, but it kills the flavor. You could just literally zoom, and it's
Yeah.
done, and you can feel the effects like hitting you right away. You're like, oh shit,
See. Yeah.
I'm
That's what.
replenished.
Yeah.
So I've been selling the sea moss, but you know, I heard also, one thing you could do is with the onion. You could take the onion and rub it on your edges and rub it on your like where you're trying to grow your hair, and use
Yeah.
the brush with the onion. I'm like, that's gnarly, but that's some old school tricks apparently.
Yeah. I'm not sure about onion either.
I'm like, damn, your bed would be stanking.
Yeah.
Going to bed like with all that on you. So,
Mm.
but so I wanted to ask you, I know you got shit to do. I know you got to maneuver and stuff, but if this is going on YouTube, this is going on the streams and everything. And so I wanted to know, what would you tell girls, like young girls coming up that want to be like entrepreneurs?
What would I tell them?
Yeah, like how would you like kind of just give them a little game, or just
Um,
youngins in general?
I mean, I have a daughter, and she's 8 and 9, and or she's about to be 9 in a couple days, and I let her be a kid. It's so important for her to be a kid. I noticed that she watches me work a lot, and she can see how busy I get. And she'll be in my face, mommy, 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 and I'm just like, I'll get frustrated. I'll be like, Marley, let me work, and then I'll come up to her afterwards and be like, okay, I'm done. What's up? And I'll remind her, like, I'm doing this for us. Like, if I'm trying to email these labels so I can go pick them up, or if I have to leave to go pick them up, if I can't help you in the moment, there's a really good reason why, so
Right, right,
she sees me working super hard, and I tell her, once I can afford it, Marley, I'm gonna let you do a whole room makeover, like I get her pumped because I'm pumped, and so she knows that I'm doing this for her. um and so for, I don't know, I guess she's my purpose. I have my partner, and I have our son, and of course I want to take care of them, but there's something about my daughter watching me work, watching me grow, that that's like real. I don't know, I just love that she's at this age, and that I'm at this point, and that we're having this friction right now, because when she grows up and she has her own business, she's going to see how stressful it could be, but I mean, I don't know, because I don't want her to have to go through all this. I don't want her to, it's silly. It's
right,
like I don't want
right,
her to work hard, but I do. It's not that I don't ever want her to struggle. She has to struggle to learn,
right,
something. Actually, also, I told her I really would think she'd be a great senator or governor,
mm,
and so I focus on her, or I convince her. I'm always like pushing her to um want to be the next governor, or not next, but a governor of Puerto Rico, because there's so many corrupt uh people in the government there in Puerto Rico. And so I really try and ask her, Marley, you should get into that, get into that, get into that,
right,
so
right.
that you don't have to work. You it's still hard work.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
yeah,
I'm really trying to sum up this question. Like, I don't like the idea that I have to bust my ass. Nobody likes to have to
right,
bust their ass. But if I'm going to bust my ass, it's going to be for something so important. And right now, it's for my family, it's for my financial freedom. And I think that's what I try and teach her. Like, if you're going to bust your ass for anything, because I don't want her to have to struggle, not the way I've struggled. But
right,
I also don't want her to be a spoiled brat either.
right, right. It's funny. The spoiled brats be the worst.
Yeah,
They
no,
be,
so
but you know what? It's funny. Draymond John, the owner of Fubu, Shark Tank, dude. He has this joke, and I don't know if he was actually joking when he said it, but I always laugh when he says it. But he said that he's not leaving his kids nothing. They might get like a
yeah,
little bit of a trust fund, or they might get a little something to just be cool with, but
yeah,
they ain't gonna be just getting over the top money like.
yeah,
And people are laughing. They're like, "Oh, isn't this what it's all about, generational wealth?" He's like, "Well, I've been in such a position before that, like, I've put my whole family on essentially, and like, when I have to pass it down to my great grandkids, they're not gonna know who the hell I am. They're just gonna be
yeah,
spending my money, and it's
yeah.
just like,
That's
you know,
real.
I want them to tap into the power of their bloodline instead of like the benefits of their privileges or something. I don't
Yeah.
remember exactly how he said it, but it was like I was like, damn, that was
I
I
mean, that's
never
how you
even
get Donald Trumps and Jake Pauls, and like, yeah, no, I'm not about that life. But I know that if she's gonna struggle for something, it has to be something she's passionate about. You're not gonna struggle for something and not get anything out the end of the day. Like,
you want her to want to struggle for what she wants
Yeah,
instead
there's
of
a struggle
needing
and everything,
having to
but what the hell are
struggle.
you gonna get out of it at the end of the day? Are you gonna just help somebody else get rich? Put all that sweat into somebody else? No, no. And I think that's my biggest thing for anybody trying to come up is just like, what is your purpose? I'm really trying to do this so that my daughter can have it all. My daughter goes to a private Spanish school right now, and because I need her to learn Spanish. When it comes to middle school, I don't want her to go to middle school. I just don't. I want her. Like I have a friend who travels, and she's always in France. So I always said that if she was in France by the time my daughter was in middle school, my daughter would go down there and spend some time with her. Hopefully I'm busting my ass so that by the time she's in middle school, I can afford for us to travel to Spain, to the Bahamas, so to Africa, to to all these continents and countries. So I do a lot for her to have those type of experiences. And that's just what I'm trying to manifest. And then high school, I want her to do whatever. I would love for her to
Right.
go to Garfield High School out here in
Ooh,
Seattle. I
ooh,
would love that because they have really good AP classes. But we'll know in 10 years, Garfield, it might not be there. I don't
right,
know. In
right.
10 years, she might be past that. And, when she's in high school, she might want something else, but I feel like um, my intention for her, my purpose is because I don't care for my kids to grow up just like ordinary kids. They don't need to be rich and spoiled, but they're gonna have knowledge and they're gonna have just experience. My partner is dead serious about my son knowing all these finance terms, real estate, and everything by the time he's 15. My man, by the time he's 15, my son needs to have a job. Like DeMarcus does not play.
Right, right.
It's great.
I mean,
Um,
I mean, people like us, we only get so many chances. So we got to be
yeah.
the X factor, the Y factor, and the Z factor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's great when you have somebody by your side. DeMarcus kind of takes care of a whole other field than I do. I have this business and I tell everybody that we are the founders. When I'm talking about my durags, I'm like, thank you supporting us or our. I say we, because even though I'm kind of at the front, I'm the one networking. I'm the one, doing everything. DeMarcus is my biggest supporter. If he has $300 from his paycheck because it's how we paid the bills and he has it, he will put it to more durags. So it's legit. We are always broke, but it's because we make so many choices, financial choices to uh and make our credit better, make sure our car is taken care of. You can't just don't not get an oil change. Spend that $40 and get an oil change.
Right,
We make
right,
sure our bills are paid on time because that's our peace. We can go to sleep knowing that even though there's no money in our pocket, the bills are paid. We don't
right,
have an eviction notice on our door.
right,
Our phone isn't in jeopardy of being shut off. Those are huge things for us. We are at peace knowing that we're taking care of business.
right, right. Not, yeah. And like I said, I always appreciate, entrepreneurs, especially people of color. It's so worth it. Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah, my son. He just started walking, so he's
hey, what's up, little man?
say hi. Can you turn on the light, please? Yeah. So thank you for letting my kids bother me during this interview.
Oh, it's
It's
all
hard to
good.
be a parent and run a business.
No, I know, but like I said, I was gonna just finish up by saying, broke is temporary, and should I be broke as a motherfucker right now, and shit, some of my bills be overpassed, but I, I'm trying to go towards that direction where eventually I can relax on this.
Yeah.
And this is already enough work on its own, but I feel like I'm gonna go balls to the wall for this, because why the hell not? Because if you're at the end of the day, if you're relying on some big company, I mean, granted, there's nothing wrong with getting a job, but if you got to rely on a company and this time and day, you could see where you're gonna end up. They're not
Yeah.
gonna care about you the way you can care about yourself. So
For real.
I appreciate
Um,
you so much.
absolutely. For
I'm gonna let
sure.
I'm gonna let you go do your thug dizzle. We're gonna have to do this in person though, for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like you far though. You
Oh no, I mean
far.
we're gonna meet on mutual turf. I ain't gonna make you come out all the way out here. That's
Okay, okay. For sure, for sure. If you ever need any, raffle or giveaway type products, let me know. And if I get a clubhouse invite, I will let you know, because you need to have a kitchen couch going all day. People coming through all day. It's an incredible network.
definitely. I appreciate that. Hey, Melissa, richportdurags.com. Go check it out. It's got some awesome, gonna do your hair right. You feel me?
Yeah. I'm about to cut mine right now.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, much
Yeah.
love to you.
All right. Thanks. See ya.